Hey my little sapphires, welcome back to part 2 of my Q&A. I thought I'd get the rest of them today. I went to the gym today, I tried running. I am like the worst at running. When I tried CrossFit I realised like how bad I was at running. I get so out of breath and like my endurance is just crap. So I went for like a really long walk up like fields and stuff like that, like just random fields and woods, and I thought I'll put some music on and I'll do like a minute fast-paced run and then stop, minute fast-paced run, stop, minute fast-paced run. So I only did like 3 minutes maximum because I only did 3 sets, but I'm actually aching from that. But I'm thinking, you know what, start off small, work it up. One day I'll be running a marathon. Probably not. I hate running. Literally, it's the worst exercise in the world. It's like the exercise I hate the most in the world. So anyway, let's get back to my Q&A. So James Westwood said, what's your favourite move to use on your opponent? So I love using my Nadia plexes. So my Nadia plexes are usually a T-bone suplex, like a releasing T-bone suplex, a Northern Light suplex, a Fisherman suplex, and a German suplex pin. And also my Sapphire Desire, which is basically like Paige's Rampage. Actually, I'll put the Sapphire Desire in here so you can see it. And then my German suplex pin. I'm not actually doing it at the moment because my back's been a bit iffy, so I haven't done that for like a while. But I need to sort out my bridging work, and when I sort it out, I'll be bringing that again. So WRWR Pod said, what's your favourite fruit? I'm really into pineapple at the moment. I love pineapple. Like my favourite cocktails like pina colada, and pineapple's like the only fruit I really enjoy, or I like to eat a banana or something. Other than that, like I'm not a massive fruit person. I'm more of a veggie person, I'd say. Ben Johnson said, has a friend ever asked for a stink face and would you give him one? No, my friends have never asked me for a stink face. I wonder if they would even want one. Novice Journo said, what advice would you give younger talents just breaking into the scene in 2019? The advice I'd give you would be to be yourself, work hard. If there's certain moves you don't feel comfortable taking, don't take them. Because obviously, like, you know, you might risk injuring yourself, injuring someone else, or just making it look terrible. And just do things that you're comfortable with. And also, if you're a young girl breaking into wrestling, don't let the older men manipulate you, because some of them can be predators. Metal Overload 87 said, if you could be an Avenger, who would you be? I don't watch the Avengers, like I don't even know their names, I don't even know who they are, like I don't watch them. Is that bad? Is that bad that I don't watch the Avengers? Sorry. Ashley Smallman said, if you could face someone from the Attitude Era and someone from the Modern Era roster from WWE, who would it be and why? Obviously, it's going to be Trish and Lita from the Attitude Era. Oh my god, I adored Trish growing up. She was like my number one. Before loving Trish, I loved Lita, and to wrestle her back in her prime then would be pretty cool. Like, I love taking things like head scissors, moonsaults and stuff like that, so she's got the perfect moveset for me. And like I mentioned on part 1, now there's so many girls who love to wrestle because there's so many amazing girls, just loads. Like, wrestling is literally getting taken over by girls. I love it. Big Brian said, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or would you just let it slip? There have been times in my life where I feel like I have had a shot to get what I've wanted, and at the time I didn't take it because maybe that's what I didn't want at that specific time. I think like if like say something come around now, like for example, say if like WWE offered me a contract, I'd be on it, you know, or say if I got offered my dream job somewhere else, I'd be on it, or yeah, anything like that. I think anyone would sort of seize it, especially now, the fact that I'm going to be 28 soon, and I do have like, I wouldn't say I have regrets, but I do feel like I've sort of wasted a lot of time. Even though like I've done fun things and I got some amazing memories, I also feel like I've wasted a lot of time. So yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Nadia Sandhu said favourite film. So I love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I think it's hilarious, and I love Matthew McConaughey. It's such a feel-good film. I also love Disney films. I love Pocahontas. I love The Greatest Showman as well. Like when that came out, I watched it so many times with my niece. I just wanted to sing it all the time. But then I really love messed up films. Like I really like things about viruses, world-ending type of films. Like I love World War Z, Independence Day, 2012, Independence Day 2. I love them all. Like I love a little bit of a sci-fi film, and they're definitely films which I could just watch again and then, like, you know, a few months watch it again. But like most films, I don't usually watch them again once I've watched them, but they're probably the ones that I would watch again. Joe Diano 247 said, if you could choose, would you rather go on a long road trip with one person in your life that annoys you the most, or share a room with someone in your career that you don't like? Oh god, so they both sound horrific, because a road trip with someone, well, if I went on a road trip with someone who annoys me, I can just turn the music up and drive and just ignore them, and hopefully they won't talk. So maybe that. But like if I had to share a room with someone I didn't like, that's gonna be awkward. Same again, I'd literally have to like stick my headphones in and watch like YouTube or something. But I think the road trip won't be better, because especially if I'm driving, I can have like regular breaks and get away from them. When you're stuck in a room with them, you're stuck with them. There's no way out, there's no escape. Alexander Sipp said, is there any chance you'll debut in ICW or Progress this year? I would love to debut at both of them. I don't think that's going to happen. There's so many amazing women in the UK right now, and I think, like, you know, they're using them. I do think in my wrestling career I've fallen behind a little bit, where I feel like I'm more of like a character gimmick style wrestler, and there's so many girls out there doing like really cool things which I can't do. So I think that, like, yeah, so I don't know if I'm just gonna like end up just staying where I am. Obviously I can train in a bit more, but I don't know what will happen in the future. Like I said, I'd love to work for them, but yeah, I'd probably be so anxious. Oh my god, my boobs are so saggy. I've not got a bra on. So sorry. Weirdest thing a wrestling fan or person has said to you online. Oh my god, so many weird things. I can't even think of them, but there's always something weird popping in my inbox. But I'm the sort of person now where it comes and I just delete it straight away. Like, it doesn't even faze me. It's just like so normal having someone say something weird. I'd literally like have to go through my inboxes. They are usually to do like stinkface, and then, like, you know, I have like people messaging me inbox things like quite sexual, and I'm thinking, why would you do that? Or when a guy sends a picture of his you know what, and I'm just like, why? I don't want to see it. Like, I'm eating my dinner, I'm gonna throw up. Joey Bag Donut said, how many hours a day do you spend working out? When I go to the gym, it's just a 1 hour session. When I go to CrossFit, it's like a 1 hour session, but it's usually done in like 40-45 minutes. So yeah, I don't spend like loads of hours working out, and in wrestling training you're not like working out for them whole few hours. Like, you got breaks in between when other people are doing their spots and stuff. The one Martin says, at what age did you realise that you wanted to be a wrestler, and how old were you when you had your training? So from about 9, 10, maybe 8, that's when I was just obsessed with it. I had like little wrestling figures, and oh, I loved it. I loved watching it. I recorded it on my TV all the time. So I had like all the video cassettes. I found training school when I was 14. I just felt like I had to do it. Like, I miss how I was back then, because between the age of like 14 to 18, I did anything and everything for wrestling and to wrestle. I'd go and help out at shows. I literally would travel far to go training. I had no fear factor, no anxiety. I moved from Cardiff to Swindon, which is in England, at 16 years old, so I could train full time. I was just like so on it. Part of me wishes that when I was that age, wrestling was the same now. if that makes sense. I feel like obviously after I had my knee injury, it did shit me up a bit, and it made me less confident in the ring, and it made me have to change a lot of things around. I feel like it's not rehabbed properly, partly my fault, because it was like when I was getting like my knee surgery and everything, I was like 18, 19, and I was just going out partying, living life. So yeah, but yeah, it's funny how things work out, isn't it? Tony Stark said, how many days in a year do you wrestle on average since you started? I literally, right, I've never ever counted my wrestling shows or matches. Like, some people do that, and this is like the first time I've done it, right? So between September and November, I've worked out that I got 21 wrestling shows, and that's only because it's the first time I've counted it. But I never count them, which is weird. Like, I wish I did, because I physically can't go back and remember how many matches I've had, how many shows I've done and stuff like that, and I would like to know. Like, in my head, it doesn't feel like loads, because when you're only wrestling on weekends and you're doing a day job in the weekdays, then obviously you're doing your day job more, you know? But yeah, it'd be interesting to find out. Anxious Beaver said, what sort of drinks do you like? Are you a wine or beer person? I love red wine. I really want to like go visit a vineyard, and I love cocktails as well. Not a beer fan. Don't like gin. No, actually, I've tried pink gin, and that's actually alright, but normal gin, no. Don't like whiskey or anything. So yeah. Yvette86 said, what do you do to recover after having a match? I have a long hot bath, lots of bath salts, I hydrate so much, and I rest up in bed, and then hopefully if I've got nothing on the next day, I just chill. But if I got a show on again, I sort of like get up a little bit later and just sort of like have a lie-in the morning, and then sort out like, you know, travel arrangements and stuff later on in the day. Ravenish Pal says, what's your goal? My current goal right now, obviously I've got like long-term and short-term goals. My short-term goals are to get back into shape, to feel really fit and to feel like an athlete, and to get books more in the UK and Europe. Long-term goals would be to get signed somewhere and wrestle full-time for a few years, whether it be somewhere like WWE, AEW, TNA, or should I say Impact. So that's like long-term goals, but I am getting older now, time is running out. I'm getting so anxious about turning 28, because I feel like I'm literally going to be hitting my expiry date anytime soon. Big Friendly Giant said, what's the closest venue to Manchester that you wrestle out? I'm dying to see you wrestle. I've wrestled in Preston, PCW, and TNT in Liverpool. I'm hoping that, like, you know, they'll book me again soon, but I haven't heard anything off them. Other than that, Birmingham Way, Warwick. But yeah, I haven't wrestled in Manchester for years. The last time I wrestled in Manchester was when HXC had the Ritz. It was like a really nice venue called the Ritz, but I think Progress might run that venue now. Well, that's what I heard anyway. But Manchester's a great city. I love Manchester for shopping. I'd go to Manchester just to go shopping. Looking forward to SummerSlam. Are you guys looking forward to SummerSlam? Anyway, my Q&A is now over. I don't know how long I've been blabbering on for. I don't know how good this was or how bad this was, or if it was boring, because obviously I felt like some of the questions I was a bit like, oh, how do I answer them? Maybe I should like rehearse my Q&As, but it wouldn't be fun then, would it? Anyway, I'm gonna go now because like the Love Island final starts like in 5 minutes, and I want to watch it because I love Love Island. Anyway, guys, like always, leave comments below with any other suggestions you may have, any other questions you want answered for my next Q&A. Hopefully I'll remember to refer back to it. As always, like, subscribe. If you want, like, you know, share my YouTube channel on your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook forums. Just, like, you know, get the word going, and yeah. Alright, see you soon.